to Disco Elysium. Alright. I've been thinking about this all fucking morning. So let's keep going.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years. But then, the lock clicks. Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb? Haunted by regal spirits from distant ages. No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
So what is a workshop? This pinball says Friend Coronesian. The theme is horses and swords. This pinball is white Deora. The background is a female figure.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
3 pinball machines, mesmerizing. Run your fingers across the dust of the white Deora machine.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
How about we fire one of these bad boys up and play some pinball? Actually, what is white Deora?
Some kind of inane pinball theme. Probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
You're right.
Lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
Sounds like you don't enjoy pinball, Kim.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
He doesn't.
What about that one? The Friend Conagerian? Ball, wanna play that?
No.
How about we fire up one of
You
them?
can't fire them up. They are broken.
Ow.
Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
Why the fuck is my encyclopedia down? Right. My thoughts. Date of birth generator isn't doing anything, right? No, it's not. That's good. Well, might as well try.
It's strange that he doesn't like pinball. Kim here is a Zeolite. His people are incredibly dexterous, and they all love pinball. Matter of fact.
Didn't you guys, like, invent pinball?
Us? Guys?
Oh god.
Stop.
Stop. You know, no matter, this is a failure. I'm failing and I'm gonna stop.
Okay. I don't like pinball because I had to learn to play it for an undercover job at a pinball ring. And it's a lame, boring, and unchallenging game. There. We can move on now.
Okay.
Super. Tip-top. This went pretty well, all things considered.
I agree. Let's move on then. As I continue to look at pinball machines. Wait. Anything else here now?
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it. Lit. A phrase almost synonymous with the Insulindian pinball scene. Any pinball scene, really.
Any pinball scene is totally lit. Ken, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Wait, you played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look.
Oh, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box.
This is
There's
the
a small
exact one
column
he
of
played.
text underneath.
Bet.
The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Holy shit, I can play pinball.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, "Inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi." The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
Shouldn't my gloves help me with this? What's all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as balls.
Yeah. Let's do it. At least once.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, Fingerboy.
Hell yeah.
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
What kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
I want to say this one. Technically, the human beings are at the top of the food chain, so...
He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man.
But you seem to be having fun.
Yeah, because I'm pretty good
Your
at it.
game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But
No.
finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass.
Did I break it?
The words "Pale
By
Rupture"
winning?
light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
What?
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one
Whoa.
by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. Lucky goats. The fog looks soft and inviting. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. The amount of focus it takes to predict when a ball goat is in striking range is
Formidable
staggering,
volition success.
but it can be done. Focus. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
Kim, it can be done. Just watch.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
8%. Its reaction speed. Stay on the ball.
How? if you can't even see it. The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee.
I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it, but
It killed itself
cool.
to spite you.
I wonder what happens if you're able
There
to do
goes
that.
nothing, finger boy.
It was reaction speed instead of, which makes sense. If it was interface though. I put this in my bag and I now have 3 bottles. Why was it glowing? Confusing. Anyways.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
I wonder what this elevator was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
The guttering light bulb, it's golden in the dark. Close the doors and go up. Look at the
There are
elevator
large
controls.
rectangular buttons, monter, descente, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one
International.
appears to be broken.
Oh no. It says last maintenance in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
This elevator was last maintained in the future? Dude.
No, it was maintained in 88 of the previous century.
So it's not a message from the future? Not disappointing. Both of these could be said together. That's
If some
disappointing.
form of time travel becomes possible in the future, I doubt its inventors will use it to repair elevators in Martinez.
Unless it's me or someone like me, you know, they might find it funny just to fix that. Who knows? Close the doors and go up. It's probably fine. Small windows taped shut with black plastics. You can't see outside. Boxes of tools, replacement parts line the shelves. Schematics for pinball machines, futurism themed. Ooh. The pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted. Yep, this is the place. Let me take a look at that jacket. +1 to empathy and hand-eye coordination. Looks pretty neat. Let's wear it for now.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Why am I still wearing this hat? This fedora will work way better with this outfit. Yes.
You clearly see
Jackpot.
Sorry, I had to do that.
These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last
3
week or
weeks
two.
maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
this is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
This wouldn't be a very good, you know, hotel room, but they could make it a hotel room.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. commendable work bringing us to this place.
There's no. Kim has a hotel room I haven't seen the inside of. Okay, what does this
It
mean?
means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route leading to the roof. The roof from where you can shoot our victim. This is significant. This prince, officer, could be the prince of our killer. And if not, at least there are a good argument for this Ruby doing it, to present to Titus.
Let's have a closer look then.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways.
They've gone back and forth. The prints look like one person went back and forth. It doesn't look like the word.
Between that and that.
Points to the barred doors. Oh yeah. The print doesn't look like the odd-soled print we found in the hanging Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person. I wouldn't rule out Ruby coming here yet. This isn't an argument against her. People change shoes, you know? But it's not an argument for her either.
This doesn't look like the worker's boots from the hanging, does
No.
it?
These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Alright, get up.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Let's actually move on then. A tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side. Ah, peeper.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
Yeah, I can see into Class A's bedroom.
You
from
can
here.
barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
What were those people
You
doing in
lean
there?
closer to the peephole.
I know exactly what they're
instinctively.
doing.
I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there. Sensationally unnatural.
Finish that.
This is the inside of the barred door you've seen before.
Just unbar the door. Hello there. I've finished all of Monday's tasks. Wednesday's gonna be the only thing with a task left. Tuesday is still running the armor. Okay. I need to check that Bowie and I need to get... Oh yeah, I also need to check the boardwalk, the island, and the lands in for bullet traces. Who made the call reporting the crime? Wait, track down your gun. But I still don't have my gun, so I haven't tracked down my gun.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof. picking them up in the air.
Move your hand fast.
You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell.
Huh.
The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
I got a flower! Yo! That's nice. Wildflower you caught. One of a bouquet of muggets. Found on the whirling roof. It shedded its petals.
6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
What is this, Kim?
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
They have a lot of names. What the fuck? Who pinned them? Which side?
The revolutionaries, so the communers and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too. It's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War.
Does this flower blossom in early spring?
Yes, but not this early. Not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved.
Oh, that's weird. It's a coincidence it being on the roof.
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Probably not, considering it's preserved. Very well.
The petals feel
Put it back
dry
in my
and
pocket.
fragile in your hand.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
What's this wildflower?
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried Maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
What's Sambo?
A martial art, sir. Is that it?
Samurai boxing, or Sambo, graceful martial
Oh.
arts stuff. Sambo style implies stealth and cool.
Yes, why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Or an admirer?
Any admirers, miss?
Ruby? She couldn't have left it. She's not old-fashioned like that. I don't know what that flower was doing there, honestly.
Maybe the deceased. Anyways, she's just not gonna recognize that I just walked outside of this fucking door. And we can't tell her there's a people. Alright. We need to go to the boardwalk. Right? I don't need to go talk to Everett. Not that I even want to. Guy's an asshole.
I see you haven't left our little Martinez yet. Still running around. Like some kind of cross-country law official.
Yes. Still have some loose ends to tie up.
Aye. I guess you do. What's on your mind, officer?
Check the boardwalk, the island, and the Land's End. There's a boy. Yeah, I also have to check that buoy. And ah, shit. I was supposed to talk to Hardy. Two signatures from Ever. No, mailbox in the plaza. Oh yeah, the one I pat. I gave a pat at like the first episode. I was asked to
Are
get your
you?
signature.
This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What exactly is the Union building?
Everett's planning to put a youth center in the village.
What a nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that.
She sounds incredulous about the niceness of the idea.
For that, what
That
exactly?
Everett and the Union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves. Well, I guess Union members have children too.
And those members have a vote when electing the head of the local chapter.
Members have a vote when electing the head of the local chapter. What's that mean? So you're gonna sign it?
Aye. Why not? Fine. Here you go.
Wait, why did you sign it?
I shouldn't have.
No, it's a youth center. Why shouldn't you?
That's what I asked you. It's a youth centre and I have children. Got to give them something else to do. They're cute and small now, but they're growing up fast. I had my first drink when I was 11 because I was so bored. Anyhow, you also need Isabel's signature. It's a bad idea. She won't sign. You'll find she's a tougher nut to crack than me.
Yeah, I mean, she really does have plenty of reason to let it happen, but still.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I was asked to get your signature.
Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all this scribble. Tell me what it says.
Everett wants to turn part of the village into a little youth center.
Huh. I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our houses. I see Lillian's name is already here. The girl is too trusting. Either way, I won't sign union papers.
Alright. What do you have against the union?
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep.
Yep, I agree.
Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes. So, no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you.
I don't.
In her mind, the Union is right-wing because Everard is fat. It's that simple, and there's no change in it. She speaks with the authority of a leader. Hers is the final word around here.
Good.
She is headstrong,
That's what I
but
figured.
there's a slight hesitation in there. You may be able to convince her.
Yeah, it just gave me it back. I don't know why. I'm gonna go check that buoy out, and while I do, I'm gonna think about it.
A few poor things.
Could this buoy... Yeah.
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash. But if you look closer...
That, over there, must be the boy class you told us about. The one she hid her passport in. We should take a look.
You
Get
lift
up.
the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut.
Examine the... Wait. Out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut.
The number
Examine the
11
plastic
has
ball.
been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
Shake
There's
it.
something in there, splashing around.
Sniff
It
it.
smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop, and decay.
Yep, that's what I'd expect this place
The
to
water
smell like.
this side of the peninsula is cleaner. Actually, smells a little salty.
Open
A
it.
shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae, and nothing else.
Nothing else?
Well, damn.
Who do you think took them?
I have no idea.
This is a minor quirk. We know what was in the buoy anyways. This is a disaster. Everything is ruined.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. This is only a small loose end, but I do wish we knew who took the documents.
Maybe Class A took them herself? Could it be? I'm gonna ask it of
That
this.
may very well be the case. We should keep an eye on her. Nothing more for us to do here. Let's go.
We're lucky it's still out here a little longer and it would have floated
We still got
away.
here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore.
Mhm.
I have no idea. Or think we do. This is a small loose end.
Just to
either
see
way.
the other options
Not
here, because
important, I
I'm
hope.
curious. I also want to see the, I want to see what his theories
Might
are.
have been
That's what I was
Claudia,
hoping he does.
Might have been the people after her. Might have been a local drunk. We
Alright,
should go.
leave it be then. Map. Oh, I can try her, bird thing. Again. Nothing's here. Anyways, I guess I can go try that again while I'm walking back. It's only a minor detour to go to the fucking church. We just go up here, down here. And then into here. Listen to this. Annoying music for a bit. Run to her.
Welcome back.
One sec. Let me see if I can increase my reaction speed. At all. The shoes. These shoes. Reaction speed. I think these shoes are all I've got. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Dress code avian investigator. What? Do it.
The silver bird has already flown away. I will catch it later.
Oh well. I tried. Maybe at another playthrough if I have more reaction speed or more of the other stat, I'll be able to do that. I want more information on what the fuck he's building. I want to know what he's actually gonna put here. What his real goals are. My rhetoric made it seem like they just want there to be something here that's more important than the homeless people, so that they can control it. Like they want more territory just for themselves. And they don't even fucking need it. Let's ask Hardy about the thing.
It's you again. What is it?
I talked to her. I need to talk about Ruby.
Why?
Yeah, I need to know about Ruby's location, right. I'm gonna level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lely's killer. I've seen her in the inducing delirium. The paranormal instincts whisper her name into my ear. The paranormal instincts. Damn it. I can't tell them that. Look, I need to pin this on someone, and I've decided to pin this on her. Suspected she killed the victim. That's why. A civil war is brewing, and the only way to prevent it is to solve the murder. That means talking to Ruby. Yeah, this seems like the best thing.
Sounds like you want to push this steaming pile of shit on anyone. And now you pet Ruby.
If I just
Well,
wanted to stick it
on my watch, you
on
won't.
someone, Titus, I just stick it on you. But guess what? That's a whole lot more trouble than you think it is, motherfucker.
Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
What? My logic's at 0? What? But -1 from item. -2 from thoughts. I got a 0 in this. What the fuck's up here? Oh, it's the fucking Jamrock Shuffle. No. It's the some kind of superstar and something else. Actual art degree. No. Magnesium-based life form. Yeah, these two ridiculous things. +2 to volition actually isn't that bad. Magnesium receptacle glands. This is just upgrading my capacities, and I haven't needed to use it at all yet, so I'm just gonna fucking dump it. I'm gonna take off now for a second. I hate that he goes through an animation. It slows this down a bit. What's taking away from my logic? My glasses. Just take the glasses off. Put some normal fucking shoes on. Anything I can think of that would help with logic right now. This one. This one. This one. +2 to logic is from this? What? I mean, this one looks way better though. I'm doing it. I'm wearing the Kingdom of Logic right now. Fuck it. I'll put this one on. That +5 to logic's gonna do it.
It's you again. What is it?
I can stand being a magnesium-based life form. I can't stand being a super cop, I guess. Because I'm already an art cop. I thought it would give something different. What I thought, I don't know. Let's do this, though. This impossible check.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go to the bar for a drink?
No.
In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again.
So she's the drug dealer. Bada bing, bada boom. You already fucking gave her away. I thought it was the blonde. I thought she just dyed her hair again. You know, if you've dyed your hair once, twice, 3 times, you can do it again.
That's probably for the best. Don't break your stride now.
Yeah, but that's not the point,
And
right?
just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
Accepted
All
it.
right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
See, this would be a great thing to tape record.
You got his attention. Now
If
don't
you
ruin
could.
it by making weird claims. Remember, you can still mess this up.
A skilled Sambo artist could have climbed the outer wall like a spider. No. There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof. If you notice the winch out back on the outer wall of the whirling, what? There's a winch out back? I don't remember that. This is what it is. This is what I think it is. If this is wrong, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit. There's a secret route to the kitchen that leads straight to the roof.
Oh.
He looks sincerely curious. Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Oh my god, this is a part of the financial district.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
From there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
Instead of Angus 10 tons of beef over here. Skilled Sam. Okay, shush. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it? The winch out back on the outer wall of the whirling. There were pinball machines in the workshop, still operational. I also found footprints upstairs in the workshop. Guess what? Remember that key I found here? Point to the window.
I don't like guessing, Cole. No one does.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key was right here, with you, all the time.
You didn't find it, but Ruby did. That's how she got up there.
Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there?
No, the ribbon was old. Faded. It'd been there for 20 years at least.
She could have just put it back there once she was done.
Why? This doesn't make sense. It's damn interesting, but it doesn't fit well, and you know it.
It doesn't fit well, but it fits. And he knows it.
Just because a puzzle piece doesn't fit super well doesn't mean it doesn't fit. That's what that sounded like. There were pinball machines in operation. I found footprints upstairs in the old workshop.
Footprints. Recent.
Recent, not a week or two. I'm just gonna say recent, a week or two.
That close, huh? How fortunate. I'll take a thorough look at those prints myself before I believe that call. Good news is, I'm still listening.
You do agree that the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
Yeah, probably. There's a 72% chance that the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
Yeah, Big Lab, back in Jamrock, the Jamrock Ballistics Lab. I analyzed it on the spot. Turns out
No,
I can
you
do
can't.
that.
I know what you did here on the weekend. People talk. And what they say doesn't sound like a science column. You're a madman.
Those numbers were an ass pull, man.
Yeah, and they don't put her on the roof either. It's just mambo jumbo. He hasn't got shit.
If you notice the winch shot back, pinball machines. There's a winch
I've
out
seen
back?
the winch. I'm not blind. You saying it's part of the elevator she used to get up there? That's one mystery down there. An architectural mystery. Doesn't much concern Ruby, does it?
It does. Pinball machine in the workshop, still operational.
Right. What the fuck does that got to do with Ruby?
Nothing, I just thought we could bring some down, get some new machines in here. What if they're somehow connected to a murderer, a pinball murderer? Just making an observation. I'm gonna say this one just because I'm insane.
God damn it, Cobb. Are you kidding me? You know it was no goddamn pinball murderer.
Don't say funny things. He looks calm, but these are serious accusations against one of their own.
Just a thought experiment. Let's go on.
A skilled Sambo artist could have climbed out the outer wall like a spider. I'm not gonna say that then. Have we firmly established Ruby could have accessed the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established.
Only if I follow you and make sure you don't tamper with evidence.
But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
In the shape of a gun.
Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself.
Just don't contradict yourself. I could say this. There's a 28% chance that it came from beyond the roof. The local pawn shop sold my gun to a woman. Maybe it was her. This is what I want to say, but I wasn't here that time. Oh, fucking... I want to say it, and I also don't want to say it, just because it's my damn gun. Let me just check a message. Okay. There's a small 28% chance that the shot came from beyond the roof. If I say that, that'll contradict the idea that it could have been her. I've already established Ruby's running drugs. She could have smoked. Nah, this one.
You lost your gun?
What an idiot!
Tell me, did you lose it before the murder?
What's this? Make Titus give up Ruby's location. Titus doesn't believe Ruby shot the hanged man. Present a theory. Make him see it's something to consider. I wasn't here before the murder, though, was I?
You didn't. And Ruby didn't use your lost gun to kill him.
It's almost 20 o'clock. I'm just gonna take the damage.
Stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it. You'll get a heart attack.
Yeah.
This was merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
Oh. There is a small 28% chance the shot came from beyond the roof.
Yes, goddammit, I know what a 72% chance means. It means there's a 28% chance it isn't that. And 28% is no small chance either.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit. We are just sharing info, candidly.
Okay, I just want to point out, if a sniper was here to kill him from that much of a distance, from that large of a gap, and they're military trained, I highly doubt that, you know... Well... Sorry, I said that wrong. If a sniper was coming here to kill her, military trained, if he took the shot, I'm pretty sure he would have shot for her, not for directly into his head. You know? Like, bullet in the mouth accurate. I feel like that shot was made to try and not hit her. Try and not hit Class A. We've already established Ruby's running drugs. You could have smuggled guns too.
That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Every fucking 5 seconds.
You were warned not to bring it up. Your best shot here is to just back out of it.
Fine, Titus. I'm not getting into it if it touches on your precious business.
Okay, cop. She's got connections. I could see how she could have access to a gun. That still doesn't mean she did.
That's all you needed. Doubt.
I didn't say I'd prove she had a murder weapon, just we need to find her.
I don't know, cop. Why don't you find your lost gun first?
Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Easy now, Al. This isn't comedy hour.
And that's not funny.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
We do need a weapon, but we do have the answer to phase
The
3.
big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works.
Class A told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby. Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge against you, Titus. When Class A came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong. That is a good fucking point. Maybe she killed him because she thought it could curry favor with you. I'm gonna say... I just want to call her Disco Girl. Disco Girl told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby.
Yeah. Like what?
Sex. She wanted sex from her. Let's not get into that. It's needless sensation. Apparently she had a thing for Disco Girl.
A thing? You mean?
He tilts his head to the side and falls
Behind
silent.
his squinting eyes, dominoes are falling. Fast. It's all beginning to make sense to him now.
Yeah, but they're both girls.
Angus.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
I know it's bewildering for me too, but that's what she said. Come on, guys. She hangs out with you meatheads. This cannot come as a surprise. It's supernatural, a reality-breaking event, and we just need to accept it. It's scary, yes. She's probably went to a university and learned it from a liberal. What Kim said. Come on, guys. She hangs out with you meatheads. This cannot come as a surprise.
Yeah?
Seriously,
No.
though.
Ruby's got more balls in a ball pit. You'd have to be an idiot not to... Guys, I'm not the only one who knew. Right?
Eugene knew.
Knew
He's
what?
like, did
First he says she's
everyone not
murdered
know?
him. Now she's a too? It's a lie.
They didn't know.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
See, even Shanky knew it.
She didn't fuck you, 'cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
Light laughter sounds off in the room. It feels nervous. Klesse said she just needs... She made advances on her, and she thwarted them. She did not want to fuck.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass.
She just told her. I'm not gonna say this because he didn't want us to push her. She just told us Ruby made her scared and she spilled the
That
beans.
Ruby is queer as cabaret, now that I start thinking about it. I don't know why I didn't see it earlier. And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a Hardy. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit...
If that's the case, then it's not right.
There are many pieces that fit together that way, Eugene. Face it.
Okay. Maybe she killed him because she thought it would curry favor. No. Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong when Klesse came downstairs.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Eugene wants a woman on the team so they can do their job. That must be hard. Half of Martinez is female.
Wants a woman on their team so they can do their job? Yes. Roll your eyes. Female intuition. That's what it was. You're right, Eugene. Yes, she just got her shit together. That's how she knew. Or she knew what happened because she killed him. I want to say this one because it fits me better. Or she knew what happened because she killed him.
Not so useful.
Fucking hell.
The blonde man is in some kind of anguish that makes him stare into his garlic bread bowl intently. It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up. I don't think
And I
it's about
suppose you have
favor.
a theory about that too, cop.
Well, yeah, I'm a professional of 18 years, apparently. She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit.
She could have also made a
She came
copy.
back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
For a logic demonstration, I could have came up with that plan if I'd been first. Eugene, Yeah, let's just choose a random person. Eugene, let's assume you
He
killed him.
scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot
Shoot him.
Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friend as part of a lynch mob, or alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. This is fucking stupid, Titus. This and the queer thing, all of it. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
I'm trying to prevent all of you from going to jail.
Glenn,
Is that what I'm going for here?
When she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Ooh, so she's not in town anymore. Fuck! Titus, you have to see it. Come on. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod, and a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
If Titus dies, this entire group is splitting. 2 ways.
This is the only option he cares for.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However, hard I asked. Wanna know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
Oh.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Yep.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
Yeah, because to be fair, you guys are all fairly honest men. You caved whenever I eventually put through enough authority and logic on the table. What's she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me, as in the RCM?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
And a hole in his heart. That first.
Alright, Inland Empire. And a hole in his heart.
Why not? You suck on that gun like someone tore you a brand new asshole.
You forgot the funny tie, too.
How can I forget? You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes, and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener.
Holy shit.
That you play suspects against each other. Open them up. Like cans.
I have that much of a reputation? I mean, I guess. I have a lot of fucking cases solved.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can?
Yes, he did.
Now, we can whine about it. Whack him. Or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
It's not an actual question. Silence.
It's rhetorical,
He nods.
yeah. Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener?
You are insistent.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm capable of being consistent, too. I can just constantly bash my skull against any problem in this with just having a bunch of skill points. And the more XP I have, the more times I can try things over and over and over again. Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This called Titus. This called heat. But she was too scared.
Everard's file on you seemed thin on info. She must know from somewhere else. From Jamro. Something more.
Could she have gotten this info from Everard? That will only piss him off. He's not gonna yap about Everard.
Of course, I should have known. Concentrate on tracking down Ruby.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any clues on where she went, though?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Yeah, fair. But it's been like a week.
Good fucking
or
luck,
two.
man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a party candidate anymore, is she?
Aw.
She's not, Glenn.
Disappointment. Do you know what she's doing with the Ulan frequencies? You looked for her yet?
On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Where should I start looking there, then?
Sure, there's some shit houses there, a cinder block town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize, so that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish, hair's red, dyed. She looks like a lorry man.
So her hair's red for now. Alright. Do you know what she's doing with the Ulan frequencies?
The what now? I have no idea. Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
Oh my god, she's connected with the Pale?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. Pale something.
It feels like you'll get to know soon enough.
Alright. It's not much, but it'll do.
Have to.
Alright. He puts his hand out, shake
His
it.
grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM Sergeant material.
You should be a cop,
When
Titus.
are you gonna get it through your dumb head? I already am. I just wasn't sure you were.
And he still isn't. People aren't afraid of good cops in the way Ruby was afraid of you, he thinks, then turns back to his men.
And he still isn't sure I am. People aren't afraid of good cops in the way that Ruby was afraid of you. Damn. I thought I'm a joke. Especially with the way my fucking crew was treating me, you know? It's not exactly like they were super encouraging. Oh yeah, I should change out the glasses. You know what? Nah. Yeah, let's wear these. Just some cool sunglasses.
You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? That Ruby of yours?
I don't need this criticism right now. Yeah, and
Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Clasia. It was nice and Ruby-centric in the end.
what do you mean?
Anything strike you a bit off about this mishmash?
Well, the bullets didn't have to come from the roof. It could have came from anywhere on the coast. The footprints on the pinball workshop could have fit with the odd shoe sole print. So far, no one has mentioned hearing the shot. Yeah!
Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you.
Well, the bullet didn't have to come from the roof. It could have come from anywhere on the coast. That's the one thing that's really fucking
It could have come
like
from
nerving me
anywhere,
too.
But you're suddenly so certain it came from the roof behind the window.
Yeah, it feels too convenient. The rooftop of the pinball workshop doesn't fit the odd souls print.
No, they didn't.
Done thinking
That's
about
right.
this.
Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you leave right now. You know that. Free as a bird on that roof. Lighting up a cigarette and thinking, am I glad Ruby's in this shit and not me? Don't listen to this guy. The theory was solid. He's just jealous. Move on. It's no use harassing her further.
Yup, we're gonna harass her. Fuck you. She doesn't have her fucking passport. Wait, she might have her passport up there. She could have lied about it. She could be ready to fucking run right hell. Right now. Just get the fuck out of here. Nah, I'm not leaving.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
I found your buoy. It was empty, just the seawater.
Did you take the documents?
No, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them.
Perhaps the people who are after you took it? Fire this under a theft of some sort. I could do that. I think this will make it seem like I'm more on her side.
Thank you, but actually, now that I think about it, you mentioned seawater. I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch mechanism. The documents were probably just washed away.
The words, washed away, sound distant and strange suddenly. Somewhere far away, a dog barks.
Do I have a dog? Is someone taking care of my dog? If I have a dog. God, I hope I don't have a dog. And if I do have a dog, I hope someone's taking care of my dog. Why do I feel like you've won here?
I really don't know, sir. I certainly don't feel like I've won. I feel like shit, sir. All the time.
She smiles. A bitter little smile.
Don't trust you.
She means it.
This turned out well for you. You've slipped past all suspicions.
Clearly, I haven't. We're having this conversation, aren't we? How well could it have gone? I mean...
The wet wind, heavy with brine and industrial pollution from the stacks nearby, ruffles her hair.
I'm stuck in Martinez just like all of us. I've been up here for... I don't know how long now. I like to call this my rooftop containment facility.
If dried flower on the roof, could Ruby have left them? These don't fit with anything. Something seems off with the theory I've developed about
I don't know
Ruby.
what to say.
It seems fortuitous for you.
None of this is fortuitous for me.
What are you
For
contained
my
for,
sins, of course. The long-standing sins of a bad, frivolous person. For destroying my first love. For working for bad people. The list goes on and on.
Dried flower on the roof also doesn't make sense, but that's not what I was focusing on. I'm gonna say it anyways.
The what? Oh, those ones. I don't know, sir. I said I have no idea what to make of them. Honestly, I think they're just trash. I mean, there's no reason for me to think they're somehow connected to her.
That's it
She
then, I
nods,
guess.
slowly, carefully even. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes. Not malicious, but dangerous.
Shivers, 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 shivers. I know this coat gives shivers. This gives shivers. No, it's gonna ruin my authority real quick. Let's hope authority isn't needed right now. This tie. Doing a real quick shiver bulk right now. Ask about Ruby in the village. I'm also gonna go ask Everard about what he's gonna do with the village. I don't think I can.
It's a fine day for questions.
The sky is low and cold. You hear the distant murmur of motor connections somewhere south of here. That is all.
So, officer.
This isn't over. I still have 4 points. That's right. I don't just give up.
Officer,
you're in for a ride. I'm gonna keep doing this.
It's a fine day for questions.
Continuously nothing. The sky slow.
Should I do this or should I go for rhetoric? I could try the fucking... thing. The container? No, not this one. The cargo container. Oh, so I can go try that again. Yeah, I'm gonna go try that again, and I'm gonna ask him about what he wants to do with the fucking properties. I have one... I'm gonna do this one more time. Because Shivers is a somewhat useful ability.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
A warm column of air rises around you, encircling the building you stand on. You feel its twisting shape, bits of paper and birds on the thermal, along with several million liters of water, all rising up into the great Insulindian sky.
Why does it rise?
Because it's warm, from the gathering spring, from the oceanic current flowing into the bay, the people on the streets, and the machines that hum in the harbor. Heavy fuel oils, too. From the vapor, a great cumulus is formed, a cloud castle 1,000 meters high. A flock of seagulls screams, hitchhiking on the thermal. They too are part of the procession, the honor watch.
For whom?
For her, the guest, waiting.
What is she waiting for?
For Gloria. Soon these clouds will all fall down as rain. Spring will come. 2 more months, maybe less. It's time.
Miss, what are you waiting for?
You mean here, in Martinez? I'm waiting for the miracle to happen. It'll take one to get me out of the mess I'm in.
And what would that miracle be?
The return, of course. Now, I know I'm not from around here. I would only be hitchhiking. The return is a big hit in the industrial espionage circles. A lot of desperate, seedy types there. All screwed in this unipolar world.
What is the return?
Don't you know, sir? I thought you were from around here. You look like Mr. Revachol.
Humor me.
The return, well, it's part urban myth, part political science. It's a fool's hope, sir. And it's also all I've got. They say there will be an event, that it will happen somewhere here. In Revachol. Revachol West. They say it will happen soon, and that it will change everything.
I'm not muted, right? Good.
Le retour.
The lieutenant says, his forehead furrowed. He puts his notes down. Some political event? The return of what?
Of the king, of the nation, of communism, return on investment. I don't know exactly. It's meant to be vague, as promises generally are.
Yep.
But at the same time, I mean, things can't go on like this forever. Something will give. It always does.
Is that why you said you would like to surrender in a free Revachol?
I guess it is.
So she thinks, at least partly, that this return will feature a self-governing Revachol. She has already placed her bets.
That's her bet. What a gamble you're going after here. How soon will it happen?
But it's been soon for almost half a century now, so don't hold your breath.
But
no
you're
need to
holding
worry,
yours.
Lieutenant. I'm sure the streets will not erupt in seditious violence just yet.
These streets? I'm not so sure, miss.
Some political event.
As I said, there's talk. In the competitive intelligence crowd, a lot of people, like me, we need a new color on the map. It's all blue, you see, and that blue doesn't like us.
Yeah, that's why there should always be different, like, nations and countries and shit. You came all this way because of a rumor?
No. I came all this way on a false passport and some money. To hide, mostly. In the most volatile part of the Real Belt, where it's easiest to disappear.
It would be cool if all of America could, like, unite. I'm saying that wrong because I'm not thinking. Whatever.
Where the walls are still porous and you can slip through. This is just something to get me through the night, you know? A little espérance.
Still, the story influenced her choice of where to run. It must have some hidden layers.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. One last question. Do you really think it
I
would
do.
happen? I don't.
Don't be so sure. Something is coming. Trouble. It will be a hot spring. I don't know what it is exactly, but...
Something is happening in this city. I can feel it.
I have a feeling
When I'm
I'm
out
still going to
here
be
at
playing this
night.
after this case.
Her thought trails off. The wind picks up again. Above her, a great cumulus cloud rises.
We'll be back. Probably not. Who cares? But... Right, the thought that I was thinking. Wait, can I... No, that's the stairs. I was wondering if I could karaoke again. Oh yes, let's take off my formal attire. Put the Logic shirt back on. My phasmid tie. And I think that was it, right? Yeah, that's all good. I can put the trench coat back on. Now, I was gonna go try the rhetoric door and the fat fuck. Oh yes, I also have bottles I can sell.
The tear machines, your bottles climb.
yellow roses in the window. Those aren't the flowers that were left for... Oh. Well, that means that's unimportant. But that does mean that I'm going to be looking for the flowers that were left for Class A. Though I don't think I'm going to find anything. Let's go talk to the door again. The lieutenant has watched me persistently come up to a door and repeatedly try to force it to open by talking to it. You think I'd remember what all of these do by now, but I don't. To me, it doesn't really slow anything down because I skim through this stuff so fucking quick. Yeah, that's the only thing that gives rhetoric anyways.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here.
Ready to
If
get
anything,
through.
it seems to
Been in
have
the world a
grown
few
slightly.
days, multiple days, precarious world.
Despite the dirt
I
that
fucking did
surrounds
it.
and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you.
Yes! Hello! Is there anybody in there?
The door stands silent.
Satisfied, detective?
A wry smile crosses the lieutenant's face.
Try again.
If there's somebody in there, I'd like to talk
Just
to
like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
I want to give a snide-ass smirk to the fucking lieutenant and be like, I told you so.
Ahoy! Come on in!
Mega rich light bending city.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, get rid of that smile. What? Okay, light bending reality.
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container.
Mega
It's
rich
hard
light
to say
bending guy.
anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital.
Mega rich. Why is he so
The
rich?
feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
Squint.
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo.
But he sounds nice.
Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard.
I should have covered my eyes.
In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Hello!
Come in, make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you. I wasn't expecting visitors today.
Yeah.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
Who are you?
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days. Anyhow, my name is Rustam Theodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
Mr. Theodore, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
I'm gonna go on that streak someday. Harry Dubois.
Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois. I must admit, the name suits you very well.
How did you become so rich? What are you doing in this container is a better question.
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
We're in Martinez, a district of Revachol, a former capital of the world. We're in Martinez, there's a pretty good hostel here called the Whirling and Rex. Well, I do know where we are.
Ah, Revachol. I remember walking its streets as a teenager. There used to be a bowling alley in Stella Maris. I wonder if it's still there.
Stella Maris?
It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
Wait, why don't you help them? You've got so much money it can't make a difference to you. So you travel from place to place via shipping container?
There simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it, except more seagulls. Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that.
Yeah, fair. So you travel from place to place in a shipping container?
Not all. It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to. Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, bail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
Are you saying being rich isn't worth the hassle? Those things all sound pretty nice. Are you saying being rich isn't worth the hassle?
No, I do not say that at all. Being rich is great.
Being rich is great.
Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
Wink, just don't tell anyone I told you that. How did you become so
Oh
rich?
Lord, not this again.
Ignore him.
We have a murder to solve, and yet you go around bothering everyone about money, arguing that you think it's somehow related to the case. And yet, it never seems to get us any closer to solving the case.
Kim, you have no idea how much money has helped me.
It's quite alright. I'm used to the question by now. To
Wait,
be blunt,
does someone see it?
My fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual.
I'm rich in here.
All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
I'm fucking rich in here. Is that how much money this guy has? 1.5. In the 15 billion? I can't
Actually,
think right
at
now
the level
about
this
that
guy is,
amount of number.
it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
What's it like being an extremely high net worth individual?
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? and I tell them, not really.
There are thief people out there are working their asses off while you chill here. It's great that you've done so well for yourself, but don't you think you owe some of that wealth to the rest of society? I don't even have any interesting replies. Great accumulation is own reward. It is capital accumulation. Is kind of its own reward.
Precisely, Mr. Dubois. You know, I hear people talk sometimes about economic equality and fairness, but tell me, where would we be without liberalism? In caves, walking each other with bombs.
That would
A
suck.
nightmare scenario, a world of slavery and violence. Which brings us back to the essential truth of modernism, where we are right now. The freedom of mankind can only be derived from the free flow of capital.
Man, being a high net worth individual sounds great.
This truly, it's almost entirely carefree. It really leaves you time to better yourself spiritually.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
Do I? You're a rich investor, right? Can I have some money?
Could you please stop asking everyone for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM, and to be perfectly frank, we can't afford to look worse than we already do.
But Kim, I can't afford to look any better than I do now. That's why I need the money.
You're right. Based on your appearance, I can tell I'm dealing with a smart man. As you may know, us high net worth individuals don't have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think they only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real. How much can you get for this?
Thanks for your kindness.
You're welcome. You know,
His eyes narrow and the light seems to bend more aggressively.
maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
This is a proposal, not a question. These ultra-liberal types love losing huge sums of money on ludicrous proposals. Ergo, you should come up with a plan that's totally dead in the water.
You should come up with an investment plan that's totally dead in the water. Present a sound investment plan. Present a completely trash investment plan. Something strange about you. Well, I don't know how to put it. You look somehow a little different. Maybe it's your haircut.
Are you talking about my chin?
No, I mean, I can't even see your chin. Yeah, it's the chin. It's as if something is happening to the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect.
I'm sure it was his
though
haircut.
I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
What?
It's a statistical thing. In essence, it says that when an extremely low net worth individual meets an extremely high net worth individual, some of the laws of physics cease to apply.
Is this a joke? This is great. Are you telling me that you are so rich that light literally bends around your face?
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
Really?
No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
Mm-hmm.
A man this chill is at least a triple-digit billionaire.
Kim, are you seeing this
I see
weird shit?
nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Holy shit, Kim is rich!
Yes, I imagine that does look strange to you. My container.
No, my art degree is useless! No! I should get back to our
Thanks for
investigation.
stopping.
One sec. Conceptualizations. I can try this twice, so I should be fine. Holy shit, light's bending on me too. That's great. I have to do this. I've tried so hard to get this fucking door open. Fuck. Okay,
Welcome back, gentlemen.
I can't even see the green outline on him. It's still 3%. -2 because I have the art degree. That's so fucked up. All of my shit is in that art degree, you know? It's like, specifically right here, it just doesn't work. Conceptualization passives heal +1 morale and give 10 XP. Let's try this one.
Congratulations. You've somehow managed to fail at failing, which means, in a strange way, that you've succeeded.
You should invest in a youth center?
Huh? What kind of youth center?
A place to train buff kids.
A place to train buff
A
kids.
place to teach them practical skills like teamwork and self-discipline. Come on, tell him what he wants to hear.
One dedicated to instilling liberal economic values in children from low net worth families. One in inspiring the future leaders of tomorrow's to public serve. So what? Neither of these have to do with what the fuck my physical instrument and empathy said. Fucking one dedicated to instilling liberal economic values in children from low net worth families.
Brilliant. Without children, who'll be there to buy stuff in the future?
Yes, and if it doesn't work out, we can always repurpose the center as a shopping mall or a private equity firm.
When life closes a door, it opens a window, yes? What's the expected return on this?
High education, work-ready human capital, ready to be directed towards any number of vast interests. With human beings, there's always a risk associated, which is why we've got to hold onto the center itself as a fallback. Ready to direct towards any number of vast interests. This sounds like the better choice.
You're deep into ultra-liberal territory now. Good work.
Very impressive. You've got a natural eye for unusual investment opportunities.
Thank you.
I don't normally do this without a formal pitch deck, but to hell with it. What's the point of being rich if you have to follow all the rules? Here's the round of
holy shit!
funding. This should be enough to prove out the concept and get things off the ground.
Thank you for placing your unwavering trust in me.
Remember, it's not a handout. It's an investment. And I expect to see returns.
Oh shit.
The lieutenant stands there, dumbfounded. His mouth opens slightly, then closes again.
I've got Kim fucking dumbfounded over here. Fucking jaw-droppingly so.
Is he having a stroke?
What do you think, Kim? Not bad, huh? Kim, are you alright? Kim, are you having a stroke?
No, I'm not having a stroke. You're just still full of surprises. Most of them bad, but some good.
Yeah, that's right. I've turned 2 failures in this entire game into a success.
The lieutenant has granted you an aura of legitimacy. Bathe in it, but don't let your satisfaction show. Play it cool.
I knew it was a smart choice to try and make a shitty investment
Now,
plan.
was there anything else I could help you gentlemen with?
We've got to get back to our investigation,
Pleasure
but
was
thank you.
mine. Unfortunately, I must be away soon. The next time we meet, I'll be expecting an update on my investment.
Now I have to make the youth
Farewell,
center.
friend, and may your peace of mind guide you to happiness.
I like this guy. He has no idea the worth of any money. No wait, shit, I'm wearing piss faggot on accident. Let's put the trench coat back on. Alright. Fuck, it's almost 20. I wasted a bit of time on that, but... Click. Whoops, go up here, and...
Mr. Dubois, now, what can Everett Clare do for you today?
Turns out there's a mega-rich light-bending guy inside.
Mega-rich light-bending guy? Oh my god. How did that get in there?
Slime like him must have oozed through the cracks. He must have been in the container when someone accidentally closed the door. I don't know how he got in there. He's so rich he could get in anywhere.
Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega-rich light-bending guys.
Nothing can stop an innovative mind. I think he wants to take down the proletariat. Everett Kim, tell him he was there. You know, some of him may have been a figment of my imagination. Kim, tell him he was there. Kim.
There was a guy in the container, but he didn't bend any light. That was in the detective's head.
Honestly, guys, we might be moving all kinds of suspicious things through this harbor, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega-rich. I have a reputation to protect.
Yes, for God's sake, you're a socialist. The mega-rich are people too. He was a nice man. Gave me stock tips. Yes, transporting the mega-rich should be more tightly regulated. Didn't seem like he was very safe. Nah, he seemed safe. You should be honored by the presence of this Magus. He was of half Revacholian blood and amassed his wealth using the mysterious bond of nationhood. No, he didn't. The mega-rich are people too. He was a nice guy. Gave me some stock tips.
No, they're not. They're vermin, and one just found a way inside my container. Soon, he'll bring the others. All three of them. Thank you for telling me. I'll see to this immediately. I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry.
Go over a couple things about me. Lost gun. A few details considering the murder. Fuck. Gun.
Yes. What's that, Harry? You're getting a little pale. Is it the words paranoid schizophrenic and lost gun in one?
My talk. God. I hate to say it, but the mega-rich light-bending guy has convinced me to try and suggest that I actually get that fucking signature. Come on. Yeah. All right. Lieutenant, we gotta run all the way over. Come on. We're gonna do a full two-way sprint. Wait, there's something here. Scribbles between thighs of a page 3 girl, lure into disco. Okay. Sprint, Kim! Sprint!
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Red-haired Oh, have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby
Nay,
along the coast?
I haven't seen anyone lately.
Okay, but do you know who I'm talking about? Yeah.
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out. She's already came out to someone. This isn't about the Union, you know. You don't have to worry about retaliation. You know something we're here.
Aye, that you are, Dark Omen. Help yourselves and your organization. Help the storm clouds gather on the horizon.
I see you know something, but you've decided not
There's
to tell
not
us.
much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
Backyard wall. What? Okay.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Ah. Yeah, let's do that before it becomes night.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched. Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
Okay. Search through the sand and sawdust. What's in there?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea.
Search through the sand.
You stick your hand
sawdust.
in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then, something hard wrapped in paper.
What is
A
it?
small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet.
A bullet? Interesting.
The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
Oh. Yeah, that is a last resort. It's a 9mm. Fuck, what was my gun? I asked this, like, in the first episode. I don't remember that.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why is there a bullet under the floorboard at the shack?
Damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
A bullet? You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
You rented the room to her then?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl. As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before. but this seems different.
That's for the police to find out. Right then. Please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
Okay, you said she left on Monday.
Yes, early with the dogs. Around 8 o'clock, I think.
Is the room exactly as she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else in there?
No.
Sounds about right. What's she like?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself. She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
I have a possible explanation in my mind.
Do tell.
It's an exit plan.
Exit from what?
This, spread your hands, the world, her life.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
There is no other reason to buy a single bullet.
No, she's a
Just
fighter.
keep it somewhere.
Not a quitter, like you sometimes get, son.
I heard she was a heavy drinker with anger issues. You ever witness that kind of behavior? Yes.
Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way. But I only knew her to have a beer on the beach while watching the sunset.
The sun sets for everyone.
She isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself the way some people do.
Did you have any technical equipment with her? Oh, did she ever have any, like, radio stuff?
Not that I knew of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape millions she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
Oh, yeah.
She may simply have kept the equipment elsewhere.
Yep, that's about right.
I
Where'd she
don't
go?
know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
Oh.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
But that place is huge. She's a needle in a haystack. Further up this coast we go then. Wipe your brow. Man, I was really hoping she'd be hiding in this village. Yeah, I kind of was. Sure she didn't go somewhere more pleasant and less wet?
Yes, it's going to be too
I'm gonna
much
say that
work for
one.
you to find her. Better for you to stay here. Get a nice, cozy fire going in the heater.
The failed electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
A few more questions.
What
Did
more
I?
do you want to...
No,
Yes,
I don't. Fucking
let's
bullshit.
hear those other questions. One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Alright. I'll think about it. Though I'm probably not going to do that. Well, time to get my suggestions on. I don't have to mail the fucking letter, though.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Logic and reason won't work on this old bat. Better go for shameless emotional manipulation. What's the grandmother's deepest vulnerability?
Woof. Suggestion, you're sounding evil right now.
Does this feel like a good thing, though?
Does it feel like a good thing? No, it doesn't. What's going to happen to Lillian's kids? The twins and little Lily?
What do you mean? What's going to happen? We are gonna grow up, of course. I raised my own kids in this village, and they are doing fine for themselves.
They didn't end up like the moribund alcoholics? Are they here now?
No. They moved to Faubourg for work.
And what do you think Lillian's kids are going to do when they grow up?
Well, I imagine they'll grow up and leave too.
You've got her. Now just reel her in.
And then what?
Then...
Wait. Let her come to it herself.
I'm not gonna say
I don't
anything.
believe the Fat Man's Youth Center is going to change anything. But what other choice do we have? It's not like the coalition government is coming to save us. I won't be around much longer anyway. Not with the dampness in my bones. If they want to take a chance, who am I to stop them?
No.
Did you say something?
I said, will you sign the papers for the children?
Fine. See that you didn't just get us all screwed. I might be half blind, but I have a good memory for treachery.
I hope I didn't.
Let's go mail it.
Gives you a look and
He's
size.
not dissatisfied with you, but with himself.
About the document you signed, Everett plans to muscle you out with a construction noise. What? Put the envelope in the mailbox. Is that really what the fuck he's planning to do? Check boardwalk for bullet traces. I'm gonna do this after, maybe after Everett. Hanged man? Too late for that. I still don't know. I don't remember what the black backyard wall thing is.
Huh? I like to see him try. If anything, I am gonna muscle him out with construction noise.
She doesn't seem surprised by this sudden twist.
Get out of here. trying to ruin my day. And that youth center better be a good one, or you'll have trouble from me.
Trouble,
I
huh?
wield an army of drunks. Do not underestimate the effect of such a force if it's pointed to the right direction.
Good. Don't worry, I don't even have to get this delivered. I can now use this as my own muscling. Wait. Can I?
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it.
Okay. Whoa! The yacht! When the fuck?
I'll just keep the Cor de Leche in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier. Aye, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
She's fucking cracking.
Hello,
ma'am.
detectives. It's good to see you here. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Yeah.
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
So how do you like it here?
How do I like it?
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name, all the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react.
Oh, shit.
Real men, real politics, real thoughts in your head.
You're right to be scared. This is all your fault. You're in no danger, Whisper. The working class have no idea what's happening to them. Try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks. The place is doomed either way. Try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks.
I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never...
Above you, there forms a quilt of altocumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly.
Have I told you how they discovered this place?
The fishing village?
No, the Insulindian Isola.
No, you haven't told me how they found it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
Oblivion. That's so me. 45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better, though. I say nothing.
It's a pity. Most of these people will never know what this place means. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Tell me now, we have time.
Do we?
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you.
This story she will tell only before she leaves Martinez, at the very end of her stay.
Maybe there is something else I can assist you with, while you're hot in pursuit.
Tattoos, I've been dealing with Everett again.
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to just say.
He asked me to deliver an envelope.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
Here.
Here? Oh, no. What does that bloated hellbat want with my little cinder block town?
It's clear the village has already grown dear to her. Strangely so. Why did she come here?
Yeah, me too.
No, don't tell me. I don't want to know what he has in store for this place. Probably a statue. It's a statue, right? A giant statue of him. Or better yet, his twin brother. Practically the same thing, but makes him seem less like a psychopath.
He wants to build a youth center here for the children of Martinez.
A youth center with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it. Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
You're quite fond of this village, aren't you?
I should be.
I am too.
In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another.
You've been to Martinez before?
Yes. I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Sounds like you miss those times.
Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats. Like reavers.
Reavers?
We told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine.
She's sentimental, all right. You don't know enough about her to find out why exactly. She
what
would
else
keep her secret
would she
for
like?
now.
Other than a youth center?
First,
That's a good question.
there won't be a youth center. Whatever he has told you or the residents, it'll be something horrific. Perhaps even worse than a statue. So, yes, I do.
Alright.
Fishery.
Like what?
I've been speaking with Lillian here. She gave me the idea. The infrastructure is all here, and with my connections... Sadly, it's just one of the million things I'll never get round to. I just have to accept that I'll never be the rich candy girl who goes around solving people's problems with money.
So you're sad you can't buy the place?
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Yeah, I can't tell if she's being super sarcastic or
Full
not.
of ghosts and
Maybe
ancient
a little
memories.
sarcastic.
Has this errand yielded you any information?
He asked me to open a door.
A referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Don't answer that.
No, I mean like a real door to someone's house.
Oh my. A real door?
The lieutenant does not say anything, but you hear the nylon of his jacket rustle as he looks at you.
I scared this Gary for Mr. Clare. He got pretty scared.
My. What I'm hearing is you inspected a premises because you suspected that it was involved in the narcotics trade. And in the process, you turned up some information relevant to your investigation. Only from Everard, surprisingly.
Frankly, what was done was not pretty at all, but neither was
No.
it illegal. And it was not for nothing.
This seems serious.
It's very
I
serious.
advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line of sight.
The Union militants wing organized the lynching. Everard says the Wild Pines sent mercenaries after the Union, and now one's dead. Everard asked the Union's militant wing to fully cooperate with the investigation. He didn't seem at all worried about the whole conflict that's developing. He didn't. He really doesn't seem to be concerned with it. Everett says the Wild Pine sent mercenaries after the Union, and that one's dead. This will have consequences beyond my line of sight, and yet I still want to say the truth. He didn't seem worried about the whole conflict. That's what I'm going to say for now.
I wouldn't have taken Everett for a saber rattler. Was he surrounded by Union men he wanted to impress?
We were alone, and he seems very sure of his ability to keep things in control. He wasn't trying to impress anyone. I think he wants things to escalate.
Or he wants you and me to believe he wants to go to war.
There's always that risk, man. But if I may offer my opinion, he means it.
I think he may have just been messing with us. Kim's right. I'm pretty sure he meant it.
I'll think it over, Detective. Thank you for relaying this information to me.
This gave her pause. She's pensive, suddenly. Hard to say about what.
I'm also going to say this one, and then I'm going to leave it at that.
Misinformation. This is all because we haven't shared information on the lynching yet. See? Already the adversary uses it to their advantage. Don't let him. Hurry up on that probe. The moment you tell me you're finished at the traffic jam, I will gladly tell you the company's side of the story.
Wait.
She was worried for a moment.
Wait.
What you've said is quite enough. You've given me a lot to consider, and may have helped me prevent this conflict from escalating.
Hear that, hero? Feels good, doesn't it? You should relay confidential information more often.
Mr. Alvarado is helping me find. Asked me to open the door.
Of course,
That's
Detective.
all.
You can always drop by later, should something come up. Now, what else can I do for you?
I already told her about the drug thing. Whatever. Thanks. That's all for now.
Date of birth generator.
This isn't gonna lead to anything, is it?
You were born in the year 07. In the last year of the commune of Revachol, right before it fell, in the old military hospital on the ground floor, where people usually came to die during a snowstorm. The revolution had about 1 year left to go, and the fires were still burning bright. There were explosions in the blizzard. This was 44 years ago. You are 44 years old. The bloating might never leave your face, but beneath it, you still have some years. You still have some hope.
Nice. -1 difficulty to all physique. Oh. All physique. That's every single physical activity passive. Get the fuck rid of that immediately. I don't need a fucking learning cap. I'm deleting that. But I am 44 years old. That's a good thing to know. I don't need rhetoric anymore, so continue to do the cop the apocalypse just to learn about it. He's definitely not gonna build a fucking youth center. Let's lie to his ass. Whilst also having the signed documents in my pocket. What's he gonna do? Force me to give him over? He can fucking try. Okay, I have till 23 to talk to Disco Chick. And the rest of that time can be used for investigating. I have to get rid of Kim. The rest of the time before that, I can do investigations. It takes like a minute to run over here, so that's all I need to plan with. Work, work, work. Who wants to work? Fuck working. Well, technically everything has work to it. The reason people try to find jobs that they like doing is because then you're just getting a value out of something you like to do. I'm gonna lie to this loser. Or use this as blackmail to force him to speak up about what he's actually doing here.
Mr. Dubois, every worker for himself, right? What can I do for you today?
I mailed the signatures you asked me to get.
No, you didn't. I know the mailman, Harry. I know everyone and everything that happens in this town, and I know there's no letter in that mailbox yet. Just like I know you'll get it done. Once you stop horsing around, let me know when it's done.
Fuck. You mean what are the signatures
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. By all means, Harry. What's on your mind? Most certainly, Harry. By all means, Harry.
So I actually have to fucking mail it. I just hope that the fucking fishing village will be okay. I don't want to do this. Or was it just that I failed my drama passive there? Is that a thing? It didn't show me the drama failed, you know. I don't think it's a thing, but it could be. I really don't want to do this.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
I know you get to use this mailbox for something.
Yes, for sending mail.
Can I pat it again?
The box seems happy. You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. For good or ill, the deed is done.
Let's go back to Everard. This better be worth it after what we did.
It fucking better be. If he does try to muscle them out, I'm gonna be so fucking agitated with him. You know what sucks is if my gun is the murder weapon, then it becomes evidence. What if I drank because I'm a part of the reason this happened? To forget it all. Probably not. It sounds like someone messed with me. A woman, specifically. Made me very sad.
Mr. Dubois, every worker
It's
for
done.
himself, right?
I mailed the signature you asked me to
The
mail.
Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a real future, Harry, and I feel I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Hear that? You did it the honest way. You got the real signatures, and now he's happy. Well done. I don't know. Your dirty forgery fingers aren't sure if playing this one straight was the right thing to do.
Could I have done a fucking... Oh my god, I could have done a forgery.
Finally, answers. Ask away, son.
I'm so stupid. Can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done.
You bastard!
Your gun is with an old woman. I hear she's a character, so watch out.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
Oh god, it's the old lady trolley driver, isn't it?
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway...
I should sell my gun again.
Union Boy's gonna help you fix it. He winks at you.
The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Okay, so this is someone random. She's waving it around at people?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
It sounds like a very disturbed and desperate individual.
Who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
There it is again. The Pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
It actually sounds extremely bad, but let's not give him the satisfaction.
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
Tomorrow.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
That's gonna suck. Did you order the hangman killed?
Order it? You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. It was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself. And I'm too fat for that.
Why are you so fat?
Glad you asked. I've got type 2 diabetes because sugar and fat was all my mother had to give me and my brother Edgar when we were kids. Good job too, as it made me ugly. And ugly people, Harry, are much better at politics.
That is true. People don't trust pretty people.
That's fucking funny. What do you gain from him being dead? Yeah, what do you gain from him being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
Then maybe you should have already started the war before I even got here. Because then they couldn't have even realized it. They've trained they're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for your men?
Harry, we
You should
outnumber
be.
them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we
There's
can
not many
hold off
people here?
2 men. Or 15 men. Or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
How is this connected to the
Harry,
strike?
there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, And fuck Wild Pines.
He actually wants that fucking coffee maker.
The
you can
word
tell.
fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
He's gonna kill so many of his own people for a stupid fucking coffee maker.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance.
What?
Tits from her arsehole. It's a local saying.
Actually, no.
No, it's not. Why are you telling me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
What was the fine print on the document I mailed? What was the catch?
There was no fine print, Harry. But I do hope all that construction noise and limited street access encourages some people to move. After a year of that ruckus, who wouldn't?
Oops. Yes. The noise would do the trick. It'll be terrible.
And when they do, they will have a good place to go. I'm currently working on renovating the buildings near the roundabout into affordable workers' palaces.
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate the size of the palaces. They're very large.
So the village is doomed.
You were there, you saw the place, a wasteland. There's nothing left. But mark my words, officers. We are going to reset it.
No, it's an amazing place.
I have big plans for Martinez, and they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce.
What do you mean?
Harry, imagine a youth centre supermarket church complex. Employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
Youth supermarket church complex. Do you really expect me to believe that? And life. I knew you were a man of the people. No, he's not a man of the people. He's being selfish without even realizing it. He's blind. He's infectiously blind. Youth supermarket church complex. Do you really expect me to believe that?
I got the centre, I got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years, I'll get the church too. The wheels are already turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
No, they're playing with the top and they're
There's
happy.
true indignation in his voice when he speaks about the state of things, and even a touch of pain.
Trish was right when she said you were up to something. Wait, but will you erect a statue
I'm
of
not
yourself?
a symbolist, Harry. I'm a realist. My statue will be Martinez rebuilt. 5-story building complexes, workers on welfare, and landowners in Azon hating me. That will be my statue. And yours. We're doing this together.
You would look nice as a statue.
Trish was right when she said you were up to
Damn
something.
right I am, Harry. I'm gonna make the working man as rich as she is one day. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
Who killed the
No
hanging man?
idea. Could have been his own mother for all I know. If you ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from Everard Clare. Couldn't have done it without him.
A guy, huh?
How do you know it's a guy?
I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the Union. Maybe it was the mob. Or maybe he killed himself because he was a closet socialist. Truth is, I simply don't know.
How many of you guys are in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
And they're all well motivated. At least the ones you've seen.
How are you going to fund your new independent harbor?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Everything?
We've been running back channel negotiations with all the major clients. I think the company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
That's just the top of the iceberg, though, isn't
The company
it?
thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column. We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his Benefed, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperazole.
That
And the
sounds
kids on the
bad.
street can get speed and pyrrolidon.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned.
He smiles. Yeah, that's a lie.
But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. Drugs are a no-go for me. I'll report this.
Yes, of course. And while you're doing that, please go ahead and also tell the Wild Pines. I want to hear them squeal from the indignity.
Nothing in his features betrays any concern.
Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbor's turnover, just like the harbor is, but a small part of Martinez.
It would still be illegal, so is there a trade or isn't there? Go on. Sometimes saying nothing is better. It would still be
Let's
illegal.
look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth, and everyone's going to pull their weight.
Let's keep focusing on the drug trade. He was almost admitting to it.
Hold on, I don't want to look at the big picture. I want to look at the drug trade you almost admitted to. I mean, if the words incorporated in it, then I like it. I'm a money guy. That's very ambitious. I love that you're doing for the working man. I'm not feeling a whole lot of Revachol here. Kings, judge or expression. I'm gonna have to say this one.
No, Harry.
It's the only
that's
thing that's
boring.
there.
All right, it's gone. The hypothetical raw materials trade is off the table. It's such a small and insignificant slice of revenue, I'm cutting it. Boys, Harry felt queasy about it. We're not doing it. Can we talk about my beautiful incorporated Martinez and its many-sided business ventures now? This bold new vision of incorporated socialism I'm offering?
I'm gonna have to say this, aren't I? It sounds so stupid. Well, I mean, if it has the word incorporate in it, then I like it. I'm a money guy.
If you start thinking about it like that, the socialist municipal body sort of is like a corporation, isn't it? It uses corporate law. We're incorporated. I like to think we're using the best parts of all the ideologies here, Harry.
Can I ask you about specific union members?
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big-time mode.
That's it for now.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
I'm gonna leave now, but we might talk again later. Because I asked him everything I could right there, I'm pretty sure. If I can get a way to own the youth center, that would be best. Medical purposes of the Pale. I'm gonna have to do this to understand the Pale, I feel. Alright, let's finish today and then I'm gonna get off when I go to bed in the game. Seems like a good stopping place. But that still means I have shit to do. And that shit to do is wait for tomorrow. So I'll finish that next episode. Ask about I have to get rid of him for that. I need to determine where the shots came from first. And then ask about Ruby in the village. Oh, I still need to ask. I'm gonna ask my druggy friends. Okay. Man, being old's gonna suck. I'm not gonna be able to travel the way I normally do. Just jump off this railing instead of dealing with this shitty staircase. I think I accidentally ended up siding with the Union here. When I wonder if you can side with the Wild Pines people. I'm not even sure if I want to be sided with the Union or not, because it feels like I do, but also Everart's such a fucking asshat that I don't want to. Oh wow, gotta go all the way around anyways? Okay. The man with the words.
Tequila sunset.
Phone. Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here
Can't really
lately?
remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages.
Damn.
He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
Okay. Be seeing you. Gramps?
Don't call Abigail.
Have you seen any women around here lately?
Abigail? Abigail, where are you?
Who are you? What's your name?
Don't call Abigail.
Hey, I'm an important official. This is on an important official investigation. I demand you answer
There's
my
no
questions.
use in yelling at drunks. He's barely holding it together.
I know
The
this,
drunk
Kim,
man
but I have to try.
starts coughing, a really disgusting, hacking cough.
Why shouldn't I
He
call Abigail?
snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
Lean in.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail. Don't call.
There was little chance he'd be a reliable witness anyway.
Yeah, but you have to try. Can the seller also tell me shit?
The legend! He's back. And firstly, I got smokes and piss and a little speed to spice things up.
I like that he calls it piss. Cause that's all it is, probably. It probably tastes like piss. I'm off. Okay. This might lead somewhere, but I don't know how to get that open. It's telling me to still ask around. No, they're closed up for the night. Should I have asked the kids? Fuck! Was that what I was supposed to do? Am I stupid? Let's examine this then. There's a ladder.
You see, a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Tomorrow
Looks like
is just a
tomorrow
whisper
never
away.
came.
Of course it did. Just not for Feld Electric.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Why do I feel like I know this place?
Indeed, somehow you knew it was here. An urban ruin gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light.
Question, door, story, inspect, cab. What did I achieve? So confusing.
You felt it before, when it rained in Martinez, and you felt the cold of the rain. The feeling persists. It has been in you ever since.
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
Shivers impossible? Holy shit. Listen to the wind. Shivers impossible? Nothing's impossible with that much shit. You kidding me? Found the empty trap, heard Lena's true story, went on a date, reconstructed execution, established the nightclub, discovered the anomaly, death notification and +1 to found the jacket. Just because I like it here. Listen to the wind.
Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead. No rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
What's I attempting to do here?
Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there, in the dusk hour, with your hands fallen to your side. A prayer of sorts, to Revachol.
She could be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
If it fails, we don't
Then,
find her?
if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban coast.
I can do that again. Leave. Tool. No, not clothes, tools. This. This in the concrete here. A sewer? I hope there's a sewer here. Is this the boardwalk where the shot could have been fired?
There's some tear.
If you don't know what to do, other than that, keep searching to the coast. Okay. If you don't know what to do, go to the mural. That's what it's for now. You could come back here when it snows. A strange feeling. It passes quickly. When it snows, I should come back here? Okay, maybe. No way she's in there, right?
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. In the distance you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there, in the whirling in Iraq.
Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower and took a shot from
It's
there?
not possible to climb that ladder, and even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
It does look extremely rickety, and wouldn't help much either.
Maybe the campfire was used by the
To
perpetrator?
warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fire this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out B double prime, was it?
Oh, this is B double prime? I thought this was B prime. Fuck! What about the cigarette butts?
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joan? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Still, you felt it was important enough to make a mental note. That means something. You didn't pay attention to any of the other cigarette butts on the coast.
Look over the water to the whirling of rags.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, blue from the distance and the air, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. It's glowing in the dark night. The lights are on. Glazia must be in there. Looks like she kept her promise not to go out at night anymore.
Take a mental note. Seems important somehow. How the fuck do I get over there? Oh, look at that. The light works still. That's good. Okay, I have to check the boardwalk with the dead guy, right? Fuck, where was that again? Return to the door.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long...
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way. It's military. The washerwoman mentioned...
Okay, so the church is in the way. That's good to know. Money! Just $2 whole fucking dollars. Nice. So the church is blocking the shot from that. There's a ladder on top of the church. If you got a ladder and brought it here... But who would be hiding the ladder? Alright. I just have to find that fucking pier again. Give me a second. There has to be a way up there. Or inside that building some other way in order to get up there. But I don't see anything as of current. I already came down here, didn't I? Yeah. The buoy. The trap. Man, it really sucks when you forget shit. Determine where the shot came from. Check the island for bullet traces. How do I check the fucking island? What island? The one out across the... You know, the islet, the little outreaching thing that I was on? With the radio tower?
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
Hell ho into the slit. Yell ho into the slit.
There's no echo, and no answer.
Wasn't there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Any idea what's down
no
there?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
Think we could find Ruby down
We
there?
might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building.
But not in there?
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not too. Wait, no. I did make it to the fucking... I made it to the thing. There wasn't an investigation though. What happened? I'm not stupid, right? An investigation didn't go off. I'm gonna go there again. I can't get to the island for now. What the fuck? This is the place. Check the boardwalk for bullet traces.
There's
like the
some
trash?
an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled 2 empty bottles of Toulouse. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness. Whoever tossed it here was a... You see traces of... It's no older than a... It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some...
Is this not the boardwalk? It's as far as I can go over there. From here? No. No. Is this not the boardwalk? Map. Church. And the island. Boardwalk. Island. If it hits 22, I am going to give up on this whole thing. Because I'm gonna have to run around, get rid of Kim, and then that'll be it. So we checked the fucking thing over here. We exhausted all of the possibilities. Now we need to determine the other stuff. The boardwalk. This is the boardwalk. The kid isn't even around. Why can't I talk about the fucking gunshots? You know what? Return to the sign.
The once bright mural towers above you. Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it. In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What's happening?
She's down there.
I think she's down there, below this building.
Okay. Why?
Ever since I woke up, maybe even before, I've been getting these strange cold spells. The wind told me.
So, how do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
There's a ladder next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb it? Enter through the roof?
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
I'm 44 years old.
There has to be a way to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is safe. Look around and find something to break if the ladder fails.
That's what I break. This is what I can climb.
A rusty ladder leap.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp.
Ooh.
In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
190, I'm a giant. 180 seems about right.
Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, what if you were to do something more subtle? What if you were to reconceptualize climbing the
ladder? Reconceptualize climbing the ladder.
Projection. Be open-minded about this.
What if I don't climb it? What if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
Come on, Kim. Where's your adventurous spirit? Teleportation is a thing, just needs a bit of concentration. It won't hurt to try.
Oh yes, it could hurt a lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now.
Teleport! Saber fair, teleport to the roof. Why is it only a fucking 12? I love this. So much I go climbing. Do it for Coach Physical. Hell yeah!
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
Do it.
Zoot, zap, pow,
Zap,
crinkle.
pow, crinkle.
It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Okay, well, that's impressive, but...
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I did it, Kim! I teleported!
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it, like a regular person.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
Fuck yeah! I teleported! Woo! Just everyone can hear me yelling shit like that from this rooftop. Yeah, climb all the way back. The center support beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. Ah, worrying. Climb down. Mayhaps I want my gun first. Martinez 98. The glass is covered with the grime and dust. You can barely see out. You should take out your flashlight. I should not take out my flashlight. Antiquated office furniture, last century maybe. Brought down and forgotten. So, actually, wait. What I should do instead of having these out, though, is have my sword and my flashlight out. If I'm gonna have my flashlight out. Especially if I can get Kim in here. He's such a pussy. This is overturned. Old filed folder document silvery with mold. Series of thick, dusty panels of glass. Ooh. +1 suggestion. Dressed for the occasion. Just a nice suit. Damn it, where'd my fucking trench coat go? There it went. Beam of flashlight, a crevice in the wall. Oh. Oh, that's so weird. Stale fabric and the dust. No one slept here in months, maybe years. Take that. Revolutionary hat. Revolutionary propaganda in the bunk bed, ancient flyers and brochures. These pots and plates full of dust and spider webs. The same slit in the window from the outside. Ah!
Could this have been the killer's hideout? And this narrow window, the point of origin of the shot that killed the mercenary?
Are you kidding me?
The lights of Martinez shine coolly in the clear night.
Would this have been a good hideout for
It's
a
a
sniper?
good place to hide, but doesn't look like anyone has stayed here in a
Yeah!
while.
It's like we already considered this. Is it feasible to hit a target in the whirling in rags from this window? I don't think so.
It's not. No matter how you crane your neck, you can't see the whole of the whirling in rags. And certainly not the relevant segment of the top floor. A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. A plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Brush it off.
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand. Grains stick into the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder.
Okay, let's try and slip out of here. Yeah, I would not have seen this. Shit. It's hard to get out of that, though. Fuck that. Well, just this door.
Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
Just push it open.
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the two metal panels slide open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that.
How did you even get
After
there?
you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance entrance under the boardwalk. It's next to a drain pipe, possibly a storm drain. It was easy to miss before.
He's quite proud of himself.
Maintenance entrance, so pedestrian. At least now we have a quick way in and out. Maintenance entrance, so pedestrian. I teleported.
Yes, yes. It's cool to risk your life climbing rickety ladders. Anyway, let's investigate these passages.
Oh, so that was the thing that was under the... Oh, that was lame. That's up the stairs. Can I not investigate everything in here?
This isn't just glass. These are old computation components.
Yeah, I figured this is where she'd be doing the computer shit. These are
yes,
computation
filament
components?
memories. From the time when wires were cast in glass. Slides with an inlaid nervous system.
Ooh. Hey Kim, look, old cybernetics.
So it is. I think these used to form a single system, slotted in the wall.
Also, yeah, how do they do
The
that?
how was a closely guarded secret. Something that was locked in safes in human heads across the river where they were manufactured. As to why, your fingers don't know.
This is all the remains of failed R&D.
The rest of the building seems to have been picked clean.
Could this have been a part of the playback experiment?
These? No. These are old filament memories. I hope you're not expecting to find that device here. You will be disappointed.
Yeah.
All you'll find here is pain.
Finish thought. There's something. Zoom out. Wait. Ah! Footprints in the sand. One of the souls is sparsely worn. There's something in the air unnaturally burning. Tunnel collapses. You'll have to find another way around. Follow the shoes. It's getting louder, the buzzing sound.
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
A ghost? Pain, a strange
I don't
tingling.
feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
I saw them too, footprints with the right sole worn smooth.
Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully.
What do you mean?
Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
We found out Everart's plan to take the harbor. Maybe we should tell Joyce about it. Why is these things I'm bringing up? We still got a date with the pig and
We
the
absolutely cannot skip that appointment. Consider that 100% confirmed. I fear you'll need your gun for this.
His hand rests on his holster. It's not enough. You need a gun in your hand too. Your gun.
How do you think this could get?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
I suddenly remember we were running the serial numbers on the
You
victim's
think
armor.
we should finish running it now? Maybe you're right. It might not be as useful later.
It's a minor point.
Okay,
Don't
so
worry
this
too
is
much about
this is the game.
There are bigger
Weirdly
fish.
subtly, but also forcefully saying, this is the turning point. Once I walk past this threshold, we stop.
Yes,
I might
there
not be
won't
able
be
to
time
do
for
this
that
shit
once
again.
things go down. Matter of fact, I don't think there's time for it now, but...
If you must.
We found out Everett's plan
I
to
leave
take
that
the
to your
harbor.
judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but...
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
What do you think is waiting for us
I think
there?
I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Okay, yep. Point of no return? I think fuck that. I want my gun for this, they're right, and, yeah, just, we have a few more side missions, and I want to get them all finished up before the point of no return. Though, I feel like there's still gonna be more after that. Because it's a very big game, from what I know. Items. Okay, a faded pictured postcard from the end of the last century shows Martinez as it was before the revolution. In the height of summer, Rue de Saint-Ghislain, is teeming with parasol-wielding bourgeoisies and Wild Pines flags buttress the walkway. Nothing is written on the back. Just a nice postcard of how the old days used to be before the revolution. Okay. Confront the pig and get your gun back tomorrow. Look for Ruby on the coast. Enter the cavern below the Feldwelding when you're ready. Note, Union and cryptozoologist business might end when you do. Oh! Okay, so... determine where the shot came from. Check the island. I can't check the island. So, that's it. We're gonna get rid of Kim. We're gonna ask that chick about the stuff.
Getting cold.
Good
night,
night, Kim.
officer.
Enter the shack. And I'm gonna figure out what happens when I just go right back out. Sweet. Nothing. So he just teleports. Good. I'm gonna go ask that lady about the thing. And then I'm going to do... nothing. That's pretty much it. I just want to figure out more about myself. Probably not important towards, like, the case and the game, but it's content that I want. Period. That is all. Yeah, she's still up there.
Hey, was there something you needed? Another thing. Great. I love those.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to tell him that. I got into the back room behind the blue steel door.
Okay, well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He's really, really holding himself back here. It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Aren't you gonna ask me what's been back there?
Okay, what is back there?
Pinball machines, a pinball workshop.
I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Why? Do you want to play? Because I might be up for a game.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
Thinking of turning this place back into a pinball arcade? If you're thinking of selling those pinball machines, I want a fat cut, C-suite shit. Beat your chest. I'm a disruptor.
Those machines are whirling property. But if it makes you feel any better, I'm not planning to sell them. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine, that one's always causing trouble.
Okay. There's a peephole in the wall.
Wall?
Upstairs in the secret back room, right next to Glassier's bedroom. I found it when I found the pinball machines.
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
The color has drained from his face.
Are you sure you haven't been spying on your guests?
Absolutely not. Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't me. It wasn't my staff. The establishment will look at it and ascertain what it was.
All right, you've been notified.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not.
Glacier nicked
Why?
the phone line.
No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building.
He really doesn't like it being classier.
Lena? You have Lena. Lena's a good customer.
Yeah, well, she's not a guest, is she? Anyway, I'll forward that woman her bill and be done with it. Now, was there anything else? Yes?
Not really. Alright. Let's just use the back door. To be fair, I have the key, he doesn't. I could lock the door again.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now.
This used to be a pinball workshop.
Yes, Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade. A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf, and it has been forgotten. Now there is only one working machine in the main hall. The rest is lost to dust. Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Whirling and Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that.
As the dice maker said, yes, it all fits. Not that it has anything to do with the case, but it is a nice connection. But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Could this mean the Whirling Rags is really part of the Doom commercial
Yes,
area?
it would mean that, and God would not like that. He should probably be made aware that his establishment is part of the neighborhood ghost story.
Looks like they gave up
Yes,
fixing these
pinball
fucking
hasn't
machines.
enjoyed a heyday for 15 or 20 years.
Yep, and he still plans on using the pinballs. Hello there.
I was just thinking, what a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
Now that Kim isn't here, let's talk about Sunday night.
Ah, yes. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you were a police officer.
I'm not... It's one of the first things I remember doing in Elysium. Before you saw one of... Oh, before you was only the room, the sound of the motor vehicle, steam in the bathroom, and darkness.
Wow.
It's the first thing I remember doing in Elysium.
Elysium. You don't hear that term often.
She's a glib girl, but she liked the wording.
Did you hear something on Sunday night from my room?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I see... Did I have any visitors?
I can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo.
You mentioned loud disco music.
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them.
She arches her eyebrow, waiting for it to connect with
Uh-oh
you.
were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Then, doesn't life get hard because we go on?
It mostly just gets hard, doesn't it? Yep. Maybe we should stop going on then. Doesn't that going on cause the getting hard part? Yeah, we go on alright.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing. Like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of that time, you were yelling along to it.
What was I singing?
That it doesn't matter anymore, and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
When you say wounded, you mean in a cool way? Like a wild beast? Nah, that's gonna lead right to an insult. Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
That's so me. What did I do? Are you sure I wasn't being
No,
assaulted?
It didn't sound like there was a fight.
Damn.
It sounded like someone was trashing their room.
Didn't... Okay.
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Please tell me there wasn't anything else.
There was. I
Of course.
think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it.
She feeds herself another cigarette.
Feed cigarette, nom. Anyways, I think that's all I'm gonna be doing here tonight. I like that the disco light comes on when it gets later. It's epic. Oh! I need to tell him about the doomed commercial district.
Was there something you need? Another thing. Great. I love those.
I have to warn you. I may have discovered that the whirling is part of the doomed commercial area.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
So you know of the
Everyone
curse.
knows of it.
The whirling is listed on the intercom outside. You should really get that rewired, because whenever I called it, I couldn't reach you.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the whirling.
Hold on, not once? Isn't that already a sign of decline? That's fucking great. The whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade before it failed. It's only a matter of time before the Whirling fails too. The Whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade, which failed. Now I'm gonna say the first one. That's kind of funny.
It's a sign of the Whirling in Rags not being part of the doomed commercial area. If anything, we're revitalizing this neighborhood.
The Whirling was once part of the Pinball Arcade, and thusly, it is a part of failure.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tile work, these high ceilings, the nice rooms, well, most of the rooms.
Most of the rooms.
For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost...
He's done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him.
Who owns this place? I do want to
Some
know that.
real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
You really care about the Whirling, huh?
Yeah. It's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way. Especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way.
It's a really nice fucking, like, building. The pre-revolutionary tile work is really
Even if
nice.
it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
You shouldn't be worried about that label.
I don't place much stock in the curse and so on, but the label frightens the clientele. Who wants to stay at a doomed hostel? Everything's doomed enough without that.
Yep. Who named it the Whirling
Well, it
Rags?
sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
You did?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
A song?
Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateneers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
Does sound like a good pick. What about the other cafeterias you manage?
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you. Encourage him.
And the others?
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way, but it's nothing like the Whirling.
It's just something. This is just something different from the other two things. The other's a kebab cart. He's bragging about running 3 restaurants, and one of them's a fucking kebab cart. Kebab cart. Well, good luck to you in this place then. Too bad it's all doomed then.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help.
Against the doom, it's implied.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment...
There's only one that works
can we,
still.
you know, wrap it up? Yes?
Yep, that's everything. It's because I've been staring at this pinball machine the entire time I've been talking to that loser. I need to fucking throw on all of my reaction speed stuff just so that I can play this stupid fucking pinball machine. I've got $100 and something. I could do what I want with them. Reaction speed, reaction speed. And... oh yeah, I didn't check what this does. +1 to Mazamovian social economic friendly neighborhoods communard. Okay, I think that's... I think it's just the shoes and the hat. Yeah. We done.
The machine is dead and silent.
No!
The machine is dead and silent. It needs serious maintenance before anyone can play again.
Aww, that sucks. Just kick it. Well, I think that's all I can do tonight. Determine where the shot came from. I can't check the island. I need to get the fucking gun back, and then I can continue on with the story. Where's his car? Can I not? Whatever. Whatever. Just whatever. I'm disappointed. I couldn't play the fucking pinball game again. I want to know what you get from it. Wait, does it need maintenance because it breaks something every single time someone plays it? Because that is what made the fog thing happen. Look for Ruby. I know where she is. Someone's been running around with your sidearm. 2200 tomorrow. Check the island. You know what? Actually, the only reason he wants me to get the gun is because it would help in this situation a bit. I could still do it, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. That's an entire day of waste, you know.
Down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Nevertheless, I want to sleep for the end of the stream.
The place feels almost like home now. Quiet and dignified around you. A new life by the seaside. You're incredibly tired. The darkness and warmth come fast. You're falling asleep.
It's easier this time. Drifting off, your head has found a comfortable indent in the pillow. Your legs and your torso feel like lead weights sinking to the bottom of the sea. Until there's suddenly light.
This respite, you've earned it, brother. Bask in the darkness. Let it swallow you up and swivel you around while you forget everything you've managed to remember.
This sentence doesn't make sense, but I've been bad. I haven't earned this. I'm gonna say it because I haven't earned this.
No, you haven't. You've just been.
This is the last
No, this is the one before that. We'll just keep cycling it for you if you don't mind. As long as we can. Spin it like black yarn.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Thank you, Darkness. Thank you.
You're welcome, Harry boy. You earned it.
Uninterrupted sleep.
After centuries of darkness, the alarm rings. But what's this? You actually feel rested. There's no time to cuddle with your pillow, however, or as much as shiver from the cold. The world awaits.
Go.
Open your eyes. And with that, I think we're done here for today. I want to wear this hat just to see what it looks like. I look like a total communist. Detective hat. Now, I'm gonna save the game, and that's that for today. Or maybe I'll get on later, who fucking knows. Probably not, though. See you later.